And now, Deep Thoughts by
Will Smith's son.
I saw Owen Wilson one time from a distance, and we just stared at each other. Then his car drove off. It's time for Comedy Drip. Coming to you live from Ezra Miller's victim's house. Your hosts and comedy overlords, Jack Franklin and Josh Daigle. Hey. Cut that. Okay.
Yes. Now, on today's riveting episode, we're going to talk and make fun of Sorry. Oh. Yes, on today's riveting episode of Comedy Drip, we're going to be talking about the new horrible-looking Marvel movie. But before we get into all that, please, if you like us and you want us and you gotta keep having us, check us out on Comedy Drip on Facebook because, you know, Facebook's still a thing. Also, if you want to see us play video games, check us out on BleepTube here on YouTube. Want to see my stand-up? Maybe some sketches? Funny stuff, Jack Franklin Comedy. And for all your horror wants and needs, Jack does horror. Anything else? It's anything else, and it'll be linked in the description below. Now, with all that being said, on to the episode where you talk about horrible superhero movies of 2022.
Well, as you see, it is not a Marvel movie.
What?
But I get how you might think it. It looks about as good as what Marvel's coming. It looks like Phase 5 Marvel. Get the confusion there.
Yeah. And,
Anyhow, a team of ramen shop workers dressed as Power Rangers turn into real-life superheroes as they fight off thug who put woman in a chokehold. Employees dressed as Power Rangers leapt into action on Friday, October 17th, like a month ago.
Whoa, wow.
As a woman, it took us a while to get around. As a woman rushed into the Noka ramen joint in Oakland, California for help. The Power Rangers confronted a man who chased her inside and then put her into a chokehold. Workers freed the woman, ushered her to safety, and then blocked the man's punches as they dragged him outside. I hope they were doing like the shop, like jumping around and flipping and stuff.
If it was me, like I remember back when I was a kid, like getting a ride from this one friend of mine, and that was back when you burn CDs, and he burned the Shield theme. Remember the show The Shield?
Yep.
Yeah, that. He burned that on loop.
Oh,
because he was trying to act like Vic Mackey. So if it was me as a Power Ranger, I better be going into stopping some dude choking his wife to the Go Power Rangers.
yeah. I want the dinosaur Power Ranger theme playing for me. It's like everyone's got their own Power Rangers song that they prefer. So it's just this loud, just this blah, 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 coming at you. Oh shit, it's the Power Rangers. It's the ramen shop Power Rangers.
I bet you still the worst one was the Blue Ranger. Glasses.
Let's see. If I had to pick. Well, glasses here, it looks like the White Ranger.
Oh, Jake.
We got two Pink Rangers. They all, none of them look particularly in shape. Red Ranger there, he's kind of pretty boxy physique.
I always thought the way in the Green Ranger was the same. Like, White Ranger was him when he got way good.
I have no idea.
Been a while.
No idea. I see Green Ranger there. Look at those muscular kneecaps he has. Look at the bagging thighs on the Pink Ranger on the right there.
Look at the bomb picture. Look at White Ranger's bulge.
Yeah.
Damn, boy.
They have 4 eyes and a little bit more.
Mousy.
Yeah, like Red Ranger's just got a bunch of slack in his pants there.
Boxers, not briefs.
I like all the action photos that these guys take.
They were ready for a fight. This is premeditated.
These guys prepare every day. They got their Halloween costume, and they're like, "Hey, did you do your kata this morning?"
Can you imagine seeing these guys bring you your ramen?
Like, you better be doing sideways flips, handless cartwheels. You're holding my ramen, doing cartwheels all the way over here. And then do a nice pose where you're like, "Wha-cha, there's your ramen."
I would have came as one of the bullies from the original, the fat and the skinny one. With my leather coat. Hey man, bow.
Yeah. I never really watched this show, but it always seems so weird to me, the disconnect between the fight scenes and everything else. Yeah. It was I had such little interest in the show. I didn't realize that they just bought some old Japanese shows and then just recut them and added in all the other stuff. They just basically took fight scenes, generic fight scenes from, some Japanese shows.
Well, I will tell you this much. There's always a lesson to learn. Kind of like Captain Planet, but live action. With that said, I gotta say, I'm really disappointed in these ramen workers because they're cheapskates. Look, it's like a little kid costume. They don't even have an actual helmet. It's just a mask.
Yeah.
So how's that gonna protect you?
At least the outfit they're wearing isn't like that plastic sheet with just a print of Power Ranger costume on it.
Remember those costumes?
Well, my 1-year-old, 2-year-old nephew, he has a Spider-Man costume that's got the muscle suit built into it. Oh, yeah, man. When I was a kid, all they had it wasn't even like a plastic suit. It was literally just a plastic sheet that you draped over you with a picture of the costume on it.
Yeah, I hated
the worst.
I hated the He-Man and the Thor one because it just looked like you were going for Halloween as Buff Barbie
with those
Yeah.
Crappy little plastic half face masks, like sit right on your face with that elastic band that goes around and the eye holes cut out.
Yep.
That don't last past that one night. And I was the kind of kid who made use of my costumes all year round.
Well, I've always had big cheekbones, and I don't know about you, but those friggin' things would go underneath my eye. It was always uncomfortable. I always felt like it was hard to breathe. You know, not a fan of those masks. You know, being trick or treat all muffled. Trick or treat. Trick or treat.
Yeah. So this is apparently the safest place in the world to eat ramen.
Where is it located?
Oakland.
Well,
all right, moving on. We got more news to get to.
Aww.
All right, this one. Split. Rosie O'Donnell, 60, and massage therapist girlfriend Amy Hauer, 43, break up 9 months after meeting on TikTok, and only weeks after the star said she was in love.
In love with somebody on TikTok.
That didn't work out. I guess
She looks like how I thought Jonathan Lipnicki would grow up and look. Either or.
Yeah, that's don't dead name Jonathan Lipnicki there and his mom at a red carpet event for the new Jerry Maguire movie.
I gotta say, she has to be a real professional because, man, one thing that would keep me from being a masseuse is touching people I don't want to touch. I'm just looking at Rosie O'Donnell and I'm gonna go out on a limb and say when she's naked, I wouldn't want to touch her, probably even more than when
Yeah.
she's clothed.
You know, one of the things that's keeping me from being a 43-year-old lesbian, Rosie O'Donnell.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I'd be about it.
You know, I gotta say too, I've always liked her because she always made me feel like my head was small.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, she
Yeah,
has
'cause
a big dome.
Yeah, like you got a big head, but she's got that giant Irish skull.
Yeah, she's
that like
football
thick
helmet.
Irish skull. Yeah. The born in the
Yeah.
genome created football helmet.
Yeah.
And that's British football. Football.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
What a cute couple.
So father and son had a tiff.
She looks like the bad scientist guy from PJ Masks. When I see that, I was just like at PJ Masks with that kid with the, I'll get you.
She needs those tinted lenses, and then like those blockers on the side.
Yeah.
That people wear. Then just keep it going, you know. Kind of keep it going.
Remember when she did the shaved, the one of her sides of her head shaved?
Rosie did?
Yeah, you don't remember that?
I don't remember.
It was Horatio Sands and Jimmy Fallon when they were on SNL. I think Horatio Sands was being Rosie O'Donnell, and that was actually a really funny bit, man. Yeah, rest in peace, funny SNL.
Yeah. Sorry it didn't work out between you guys.
Oh, wait a minute. Scroll up real quick.
You look like some good dudes. You look like
Just one more. I want to see the ink, the tats. Okay, I thought. So clearly that's not Rosie O'Donnell's leg, but I want.
You can tell which hand is Rosie O'Donnell's.
Yeah, it's the one.
It's the one that's from the end of Ghostbusters.
Yeah, it's the catcher mitt. No, I was looking because I thought there was like at the very bottom there like a clown. Something, but
off to the left, there's a clown.
Betty from the Flintstones.
Is that her former girlfriend? I don't know.
Isn't that the dad from Back on or Straight Off the Boat or whatever that show was called?
That is not Randall. That's Leo Sheng.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, you should know Leo Sheng when you see him, dude.
Who the hell's Leo Shane?
That guy. I don't know. I saw his. I'm gonna come clean. I saw his name in the caption there, and I ran with it. Pretended like I knew.
I know Shane O'Connor. How my
Sinead O'Connor.
Ooh, Shaka Khan.
Yeah. There's it. All right, let's just let's click off of this one and keep going.
Hey!
Speaking of hollow-faced horrors, here's Nicholas.
Hey.
I'm just looking at his face-off photo here. No, that's not that either. When I saw that, I was like, is this for face-off too? Because that's what
Dude, he did something with his hair, man. Like he got plugs or... Because look at his hair looks
his hairline
gorgeous.
has come forward. Like, not too much where you'll be like, what? But yeah, it's evened out in a way that doesn't usually happen with a widow's peak like he had. Yeah.
I didn't see any peak.
He had less hair in The Rock.
Yeah, way.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just imagine this, the phone call. This Bosley.
All right. And it's real serious fun news because we like Nicolas Cage here. Nicolas Cage is back in demand, commanding millions as scripts for Face Off and National Treasure sequels are close to completion. Maybe that's where I was thinking Face Off because it said it right in the title. Could be. After years of low-budget indie films, Oscar winner Nicolas Cage is back in demand, enjoying a career resurgence and commanding $4 million a picture. However, he will do discounts on things if he is really into the project, an indie movie source noted to THR on Tuesday. I was just talking with Kate about this earlier, where I say, like, Nicolas Cage, he went into all this debt because he loves castles and doing mushrooms with his cat and stuff. So obviously you're going to spend a bunch of money, and then he's broke, and so he needs to make money, and so he just starts doing basically whatever comes his way. And he did that for all over a decade, I'd say. Like, at least a decade. I'm trying to think. Was the Season of the Witch. I saw that one in the movie theaters when that came out. And I feel like that was one of his last, one of the last attempts that Hollywood gave him to do something. I guess Sorcerer's Apprentice was one.
Are you nervous?
Why?
Because I should punch you in the forehead. We had an agreement, I thought that was unspoken, that we always talk Nicolas Cage, not anybody else.
Sorry.
I'm cool.
Sorry.
I'm cool.
My bad. But I was saying, like Nicolas Cage though, he did his time doing the straight to video type stuff there, and now he's found his way back through the Unbearable Weight of Massive Talent, which was an amazing movie if you haven't seen it. No spoilers here, but this is a great movie, and that's restarted his career. But it's not just that movie. It's like the string of movies that came before that, from like Willy's Wonderland and Mandy and stuff, where they're just like, look, this guy is doing these no budget movies that aren't getting really any eyes on him. And he acts his heart out in them. He never phones it in. Whereas Bruce Willis, for instance, because I was thinking about that, like, it's a little bit sad. You had this guy who was, A-lister of A-listers, man. He's one of the guys who basically started the A-list thing. I mean, he's an OG A-lister, and he got, I don't know whatever circumstances, he got into where he felt that he had to make all of these crappy movies for the payday. He did that, but he stopped caring, and you could see, and he became a joke. So now he's done. He can't make any more movies because, his mind's gone and stuff.
Maybe he knew that. Maybe he knew that there was early onset of that happening.
Well, that's it. Whatever his reasons are, it doesn't matter what the reasons are, because the damage is done. There's no reason that you could give me where I'd be like, oh, that fixes the downfall of his stature, of his career.
Yeah.
Like that will give him back his icon status. No, like that's gone. It's burnt, dude. Like they're talking about like digitizing him, and putting him in movies after his death and stuff as Bruce Willis. And it's like, what does he have that you can do that for? The Die Hard movies, they kind of ran those into the ground. Are you interested if they come out with if Bruce Willis hadn't retired and they're coming out with another Die Hard movie, would you care at all? Like, did you like the last one? Yeah, did you care?
No.
Yeah. Do you like the Die Hard movies in general? Like
first three.
Yeah. First three are epic great films. Then they turned into crap. Like at best you could say like maybe Fifth Element or something that you could like stamp his face on and do something.
So this would be the National Treasure trilogy, right? Because there was already a sequel.
There was a sequel, yeah.
But then there was a sequel to Face Off. And my guess is,
and I hope John Woo's attached. That'd be cool.
Guess my guess is that part of the reason is Nicolas Cage clearly, as always, no matter what project, he's always considered himself actor first. I'll never really think he's like a box office, like, hey, I'm a box office. He always looks at himself as like an actor, an artist.
There was one some sword fighting one that came out a couple years ago. I don't remember the name of it. Just looked terrible from everything I saw of it. You know, I watched some videos about it. Just looked like such a bad movie. Even Nicolas Cage's part in there just looked terrible. But except for Nicolas Cage acting his little heart out.
Did you like Bangkok Dangerous? I thought he was cool in it.
That one was all right. But
I can fight with knives.
Yeah, I mean, that's like, well, and there's so many of these movies. And this is why. Because, like, you can take all these crappy movies that Bruce Willis did, and is there anything redeeming about him? Is anything set one movie apart from another? And I would say no. But with the Nicolas Cage stuff, you'd be like, here's a terrible movie with nothing that's redeeming, except that guy is acting his pants off, man. That guy is like treating it like it's as important as anything that he won an Oscar for, you know?
The only thing that bugs me about this is on Jack Does Horror, I called this guy the new king of horror. I'm hoping he still does horror.
Oh, yeah.
Because if he starts just doing these box office smashes again and leaves horror behind, that means he's gone, Bruce Campbell's gone, Jackie Poo's not happy. So, don't do it, Nick.
You know, I mean...
I won't.
But, you know, like, and it's kind of like the way that I feel sad about Bruce Willis, you know, that his legacy is basically destroyed. You know, there's the stuff that holds up. There's the stuff that will hold up.
His music career
that people will always be able to look back on. You know, like Fifth Element and the original Die Hard trilogy and stuff like that. You'll be able to say, you know, Bruce Willis was great.
Pulp Fiction,
but yeah, but the end of his career just went down. And the fact that, like, I don't know if they have yet, but I know they were talking about selling off his digital rights so that a studio could buy him up and, you know, have a digital Bruce Willis. You could put in anything that you wanted to from here to eternity. So, like Nicolas Cage, man, like, I'm happy for him. And I'm happy, like, I hope he does a handful of crappy Disney movies that I have zero interest in because they don't make good things. But I'll still be happy for the guy.
He's only doing $4 million a picture. I'm pretty sure in like The Rock day. Well, after The Rock, like Rock Con Air and stuff. I think he was in like, I don't think he was in the $20 million or nothing, but he was pretty up there.
You know, I do not pay attention to what actors really get paid much anymore. But, you know, like, I know in like the 90s and stuff, things got really bloated, where they were paying these guys $20 million picture and stuff. And I'm sure there's probably the ones who are still pulling that now, you know, but
I bet you dollars to donuts he's making $4 million a picture up front, and he's got back end because of their sequels.
That could be. But even then, I'd still say that, you know, $4 million for a movie for a A-list studio movie or something like that, that's probably pretty good in this day and age, given the economy of Hollywood now. Like we're basically in that time, like back in like the 50s or so, when they had like the Hayes Act, which was like all the things that you couldn't do in movies and TV, where people just started checking out and just started watching foreign films and stuff until Hollywood got their crap together and started making things that people actually want to see. I guess we'll have to see about that with the old Nicky Cage here. That's what I call him, Nicky Cage. You want to keep going on this?
Nah.
Was that a nah?
It was like...
It sounded like a yeah. It was like both. It was like, did you say yes, sir, or yeah, sure?
Here's the way it goes. The only reason I want to is because I'm a Nick Cage fan. I think anything we read on be like pretty much like we knew it.
So either way, Nicolas Cage looks like he's making his comeback here. Good for him. We're all happy. Jerry Bruckheimer is like 90. I just want to point that out. That guy right there, Jerry Bruckheimer, is like 90 years old.
Oh. What's the guy that with Heath Ledger's inspiration? Tom Waite. It looks like Tom Waite, man. Who the hell is this? Edgar Allan Poe mofo.
Isn't that guy in Sync?
Talking about Joey Fatone?
Have you seen this movie, The Unbearable Weight of Massive Talent?
No.
I've only got to watch it.
I don't know if you've noticed, but I haven't really had time to watch anything, dude.
You're missing out.
Missing out a lot. Oh, I did see another movie, but Barbarian. That's a good movie.
Huh? Nice. Had that one queued up. Zach Krager, Whitest Kids You Know.
That's
wrote and directed.
Up your alley.
Yeah.
Justin Long, man. Shout out to Justin Long, dude.
There's a high crime rate in my app. Oh yeah, Mr. J Long, Mr. J.O.
You want to talk about a guy that we're talking Nick Cage, where no matter what project he acts his ass off. Justin Long, dude.
I always like Justin Long, man. Did you see Tusk?
Yes.
Yeah, good.
I can't.
A lot of people didn't like that one.
Think about any Justin Long project. I would, hey, we're on YouTube. Leave a comment below if you have a movie where Justin Long just phoned it in. You know, I don't think there's one, man.
There was a movie where he was on a phone.
Chris Evans, Cellular. Remember that movie?
Yeah, like
Jessica Biel.
You know what's weird is how many times that movie just like pops into my head. Yeah, because it was like, it makes sense the time that they made it, because it was the time like 2004-ish or something. Like pretty much everybody had a cell phone by then. And it was still 2 years out from smartphones, but that's also kind of where it gets dated.
Yeah,
you know. Like it's a weird movie, man, and because it had like up and coming Chris Evans, and has been Kim Basinger,
Jessica Biel.
So it was like, I don't know.
Wasn't Jason Statham in that? He was the bad guy, right?
You know, he might have been.
I think Jason Statham was the main bad guy. All-star cast for Cellular. Dang,
but not a great movie.
No,
like. Memorable in just, I don't know, it's like if you made a movie about Laserdisc, you know, in like the late 80s or something, you made a movie that was like centering around this new great thing called Laserdisc, or, you know, if it was in the like late 70s, you'd be like, this Betamax thing, you made a movie about that, you know, because it's like, hey, it's popular, but then within a couple years, everybody's got a VCR.
Yeah. I remember I like the jazzy song at the end of that movie. I have it. I can't remember exactly, but it's like no, it wasn't like that.
Yeah, if you know what it is, leave it in the comment. All right.
I have it on Spotify, I think.
Let's move on to ruining our childhoods a little bit more. Christmas Story, Christmas Trailer. Traitor. As a Freudian slip. Peter Billingsley is back as Ralphie as he brings the gang together and makes the holiday special for his kids nearly 40 years after the original. So, this better be like a 1980s or 90s time period, right?
Can we
watch the trailer?
Yeah. I've never seen it. I want to see if
the trailer.
Who knows if it ruins our childhood, man? Might be good.
Life moves fast. One day you're playing kick the can with kids named Flick and Schwartz.
I triple dog dare you!
And the next thing you know, you're a certified adult.
Ralph, dear old man.
Fragile.
He was the best.
Ralphie, promise me we're gonna make this a wonderful Christmas. That would make your father so happy.
I promise. What had I done? And now it was all up to me?
I suggest you start drinking and don't stop till New Year's.
kids? Who wants to go see Santa?
This is amazing. Incredible.
We will
Those are
meet
like
you right
ghostly
here when you're done.
Don't let him kick you in the face.
It's the happy season.
Now,
When it's just us decorating, it kind of feels like child labor.
Honey, it's not labor if we don't pay you.
yeah.
Cheers.
There'll be much mistletoe.
My dad made this all look so easy.
Ones are near.
That doesn't mean it was easy.
Most wonderful time of the year.
I triple dog dare ya!
Oh, I got it now.
That's brutal.
It's the most wonderful time.
Slowly, I could feel the Christmas ember beginning to glow again.
That's Don Johnson? That doesn't look that bad, dude.
Pass.
Well, I gotta watch it anyway. I know that much because I got kids, you know?
I got my arm down.
So, yeah, it doesn't look that bad. He has a hot wife. Good for Alfie. I don't know, dude. I don't think it's ruin anything.
No, I don't see that it would take away from the original. So yeah, this movie's coming out. Looks like it's not really bringing anything new to the table. You ask me. I guess you guys go watch it for yourselves. I
The
don't
guy at
care
the
what you
end
do.
looked like Don John. That guy, his legs sweeped out. That kind of looked like Don Johnson.
Maybe it was.
Ooh,
Maybe it was Burt Reynolds. I mean,
digitized.
you're of the opinion old Ralphie here looks like Daniel Craig.
Oh, letting people in on Inside Baseball. Yeah, I did say
I
that.
mean, he does have the blue eyes. He's got those ghostly blue eyes. Looks like Daniel Craig. If like Daniel Craig was like born in 1920 or something, you know, like people looked older back then.
Yeah.
Be like, yeah, if Daniel Craig, like that's guy same age but born 50 years earlier or something. That's what Daniel Craig would look.
Do we know where's that?
In a time
where's,
of polio, that's Daniel Craig.
where's his wife from? Like I know I've seen her in like, was it like it's a horror movie or something? Is that the mom from Insidious?
I think so.
Man,
Isn't that like Rose Byrne?
you know where Ralphie's gonna fail? He doesn't have the charisma that Darren McGavin did. Darren McGavin was like a great dad.
Also, if this takes place in the 90s or the 80s or something, he's got nothing to shoot his eye out with because everything is orange tipped and Nerf at that point.
Was there a Christmas Story 2 that's not this? Oh, okay. That's what it was. I was like, what is going on, dude?
There was one with Charles Grodin and Mary Steenburgen that was a sequel. That was like My Summer Story or something, which was like the legitimate sequel. And then someone made a sequel, a Christmas Story sequel, a couple of years ago or something like that. So let's get into some more serious stuff here.
Uh-oh.
This, again, from almost a month ago. White House pulls inspiration from Operation Dark Storm in the Matrix film to combat global warming. Officials want to spray particles into the stratosphere to limit sunlight hitting Earth, but it could cost $10 billion per year. I just want to say Eddie Bravo was right. Alex Jones, those guys who I'll say like they're spraying like aluminum or something in the air that's reflecting the particles, and then it's getting into the ground and just creating havoc. And seems Seems weird. These guys like, yeah, hey, we got this plan. Oh, those guys are conspiracy theorists. Charge them $3 trillion.
I always heard that gold particles or something like that is like something that, in theory.
Yeah, but you'd never use gold. You're insane.
I'm just saying. I remember watching History Channel and stuff. They were talking about aliens
aluminum.
want us to harvest gold and how it can help the atmosphere and stuff. So that's about as much as I remember.
Oh, so you're watching History Channel?
Yeah. Isn't that weird that you get more sci-fi and stuff from History Channel than you do history?
Which, so like that's a thing from the Matrix here. Then we got...
The government can collect about its 1.4 billion citizens. Everyone over the age of 16 is required to have an official state-issued ID card that the government now wants to use to centralize all that information. And China is investing heavily in tech companies to help transform that government data into a virtually omniscient surveillance network. One of those companies is Megvii. It recently received a capital investment of nearly $500 million, part of which is from a state-run VC fund. But the name chosen for its premier piece of technology is a bit of a tell.
Skynet. What is that?
The Terminator is the favorite film of our founder. So they use the same name, but they want to put something good into this system.
So, okay, in the Terminator, Skynet is evil, rains down death from the sky. But in China, Skynet is good.
Yeah, that's the difference.
So how do you think your facial recognition technology will change China?
Everything happened in the public can be record.
Like he thought
we can know exactly what happened in every second, in every corner of the city.
This guy is saying he's basically...
This is a video stream in a subway station by our smart camera, so we can capture every face in real time. Still like some criminal person is out there. There is the red box, so there is a warning to the police station that there is a criminal person, so I need to locate them.
So when it looks out onto a crowd, it's tracking all these faces and it's cross-checking those faces against what?
Criminal database.
And how many fugitives have been apprehended through this system?
Over 3,000 cases in nationwide. Yeah, just one year.
In 1 year?
Yeah, 1 year.
Wow. So what you're working on now already seems like sci-fi. What do you think the future will look like in like 5 years?
Have you seen a film just like Black Mirror? You just stand there and your face there is a point. So maybe that is the future.
But that's like a horror show.
Yeah. Yeah. But I think that is maybe the kind of the future. Every people have their social points, I think.
If you like spit gum on the sidewalk, it would
yeah, your points, baby.
Oh man, so yeah. Social credit scores and all that, and now oh wow.
Yeah, so we got like
Jesus
criminy. We got shit from the Matrix coming true. And we got Skynet. Like the good Skynet though, not the evil Skynet that's gonna kill all humans. Just the Skynet that's gonna control every aspect of your life.
Oh man.
Yeah.
So his prediction is when she asked him 5 years, that puts us at like 2027, 2028 when they feel like this technology is going to be able to really start being more advanced and like being like day in the life of.
Well, and probably what that means is that by 2030 or something, it will have been used at a wide enough scale that they'll have worked out a bunch of the kinks and loopholes that people use to get away and try to skirt the just complete domination of the state, you know? This is like because like we already have certain aspects of that going on in our lives, you know.
We got like 7 years to make our money and get the hell out of Dodge.
Yeah, we're gonna maybe Epstein's Island will be for sale.
for micro price.
They got some cool buildings on there, I heard. All right. Let's see.
Shit, man. That's crazy. That's some crazy news, man.
Yeah. All right.
Wow.
This is a little wackier news.
Yeah, let's get a little more fun, a little less scary, huh?
Yeah. All right. So we got Ohio Supreme Court suspends judge for presiding like a game show host. Cleveland Municipal Court Judge Pinky Carr was sanctioned for her unprecedented misconduct. Like her desk looks like Michael Scott's desk.
Yeah, she has like a microphone from like the news.
All her toys and shit are on there. Got it arranged. Just is she even wearing a judge's gown, or is she just wearing a black blouse?
It's on her neck like a lantern.
A massive piece of jewelry. It looks like.
Dang.
Yeah. Okay. So the Supreme Court of Ohio has indefinitely suspended a municipal judge and removed her from office after finding her actions over the last 2 years constituted unprecedented misconduct. In a 37-page opinion, the state's highest court detailed examples of complaints filed against Cleveland Municipal Court Judge Pinky Carr since 2020 and stated her conduct with litigants, attorneys, and court staff undermines public confidence in the integrity and impartiality of the court. Beginning in April of 2020, Carr failed to comply with an administrative order to reschedule cases during the COVID-19 pandemic, issued copious warrants to jailed defendants who did not appear in court, and waived fines for defendants she said were brave enough to appear in court. She later denied issuing the warrants during an interview with a local television station and with the presiding administrative judge.
That's different than I thought it was going to be. I thought it was going to be like...
We're not done.
Oh.
You don't get ahead of yourself here. The judge was also found to have falsified her journal entries to conceal arbitrarily waiving fines and costs, citing her birthday, the defendant's birthday, holiday, or her family and friends' birthdays. Carr amended charges against some defendants and then later claimed a prosecutor made the change. Carr precluded defendants from participating in ability to pay hearings by scheduling the proceeding and not notifying the defendants. After the defendant did not appear, she would set $5,000 to $25,000 bonds to enforce fine payments. When she eventually gave up this practice, Carr said in open court, "You notice I'm no longer the bill collector for the clerk's office. I'm not your bitch. See, you get it? Collect your own money. There you go, player. Collect your own money, player. I'm not your bitch. Run tell that. How you like them apples, suckers?"
Hey, can I just say that I was with you, obviously, for the Trouble with James Corden episode. I just feel with your British accent for that one, you could have brought this story to life by showing your skills, your language skills, man.
My district judge impression. The Supreme Court also affirmed Carr did not comply with the Cleveland Municipal Court's appropriate dress and decorum standards, carrying out judicial business while wearing above-the-knee spandex shorts, tank tops, workout attire, and sneakers. In one anecdote included in the court's decision, Carr told the defendant's counsel she wasn't dressing up because the following day was Juneteenth. Carr admonished defendants that called her ma'am, told the court she would use the name Passion if cast in the television show Peep Valley, which is set in a strip club, and frequently joked she was open to taking bribes. Carr was admitted to the Ohio bar in 1993 and served as an assistant prosecuting attorney for 13 years. She took her judicial office in 2012. In March of 2021, Carr was charged with 5 counts of misconduct and following a 126-page report citing 583 stipulations and misconduct. The Board of Professional Misconduct found that Carr ruled her courtroom in a reckless and cavalier manner, unconstrained by the law or the court's rules, without any measure of probity or even common courtesy, and conducted business in a manner befitting a game show host rather than a judge of the Cleveland Municipal Court. The panel found her actions seriously compromised the integrity of the court and recommended her suspension. Carr challenged the ruling, arguing that the board used the wrong legal standard and did not weigh on the mitigating effects to her mental health disorder. Carr asked that she be given a 2-year suspension with 18 months conditionally stayed. The Supreme Court affirmed the board's decision on October 18th and opted to immediately suspend Carr from her responsibilities as a judge, effective immediately. Carr will not receive pay during her indefinite suspension.
I hate this. When you have the headline, it was so much fun. You know, that's not a game show. It just she's nuts. I expected this, like, you know, Roberto Gonzalez, come on down, and then the bailiff hits the boombox and you hear Cleveland rocks. Cleveland. That's what I expected.
Like, that is what she did, but she didn't tell the guy that she had scheduled him for court, and then when he didn't come on down, she slapped him with a $25,000 fine.
Yeah, that's a reverse game show. It's like, God.
Yeah, it's her crappy game show.
Yeah, that's the worst game show I ever heard in my life.
I think that meant like Judge Judy or something.
Oh, yeah. See.
Anyway. Yeah. Anywho, Florida man stumbles upon an 11-pound bag of cocaine with a street value of $150,000 on the shores of Daytona Beach. An 11-pound bag of cocaine washed up on Daytona Beach in Florida and was reported to authorities by a Good Samaritan. Yes, Good Samaritan. He's got a name? How do I find this guy? Just asking for, not for me. There's some Cubans who want to know.
There's apparently
some Colombians who would like to find out who the Good Samaritan is. To thank him, though, just to thank him.
There's apparently so many bags of cocaine at the bottom of the ocean between like Cuba and Florida for when they just, I guess they put them on the bottom of the boat.
Not if I was a lobster.
bunch of lobsters rubbing their mouth.
Yes. There's lobsters with really shiny teeth.
Like, these are the most active sharks in all of the seas.
Yeah, but like, I'm not hungry, but I could go for a bite. You guys want to go? Okay.
Do you guys know that sharks don't sleep? Yeah, especially between Cuba and Florida.
No, sleep till Cuba.
Daytona Beach, baby. Let's party.
So Miami Border Patrol agents say they recovered the 11-pound bag after somebody notified authorities they had seen it washed up on the beach in Volusia County. Chief Patrol, a real bummer of a person. Is who that was. Like, I bet you whoever, like, there's somebody in Miami who read this and they know exactly who it is.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, it's them. It couldn't be anybody else. Nobody I know would just throw away $150,000 worth of cocaine. Just give it to the police. Let's say Chief Patrol Agent Walter Slozar of the Border Patrol's Miami sector, which is responsible for managing 1,200 miles of coastal border, estimated that the seized drugs had a value of $150,000. The bag is small compared to bundles of the drug that have washed up recently on the shores of Florida. On October 10th, Agent Solar said that 65 pounds were seized in the beach in Brevard County, directly south of Volusia. Hey, there's the 65 pounds.
Go to Daytona Beach. Just hang out by the shore. Come on, baby.
Just go snorkeling.
It's my kind of Keno. Come on. Hit.
It's like, I feel like you just go swimming there and get high. There's like pop in for a dip and you run out just in your club clothes. They're like, let's go, pit bull. In late July, Monroe County Sheriff's Office were notified of a bundle that was suspected to be cocaine among the mangroves in Tavernier on the Florida Keys. The package weighed 72 pounds. Just a few days later, again in the Florida Keys, Slozar announced the seizure of another 54 pounds of cocaine. Together, the drugs were estimated as being worth around $2 million. And like, they say like top estimates or something are like that they 10% of the drugs is what they could to stop.
Oh yeah. Yeah, man. There's some cool documentaries out there about that where you're just like, holy cow, what a
like this
like
is the
formula.
stuff they expect to lose. You know, like that's all factored in and written off. You know. Which makes that guy even stupider for turning it. Like nobody's looking for her. They're just hoping it showed up. Like you're gonna take that chance. I guarantee you, if I was with that dude on the beach, we are turning this in. I don't want no shit from this. In fact, let's just walk on and ignore it. I don't care if there's a school nearby. Like I am not messing around with those guys. I do it.
Yeah, that one.
I just
drip for Christ's sakes.
I just had a Jean-Benet Ramsey joke about it. Was all.
Geez,
so man. I figure we could pass that one.
Thanks.
All right. Graphic content warning. A woman stumbles across a whale's penis that washed up on the shore while visiting the beach, as mystery surrounds how it got there. Note to self, don't get a job from a shark. Woman found what's believed to be a whale's penis on Magnetic Island, Queensland. That's in Australia.
See the magnetism.
Yeah.
Queens to penis.
See, a woman has stumbled across what many believe to be a whale's penis. That thing, there's nothing there for scale, really. But that looks pretty big. Pretty big.
I wonder if there's different penis sizes for whales. You know, like you see like a whale that's like, rocking something.
Like micro dick whales.
Yeah, like an Epstein whale.
Yeah. I'm sure that there are.
Those are the ones that are really angry. Those are the orcas.
Those are orcas, yeah.
Orcas have the small wieners.
Just tossing sea lions up in the air. Like, I saw you peeing at the bathroom.
Yeah.
You mother.
Yeah. You with your freaking tusks showing off.
The large grayish object was found by a woman who'd been walking along the beach at Magnetic Island in northern Queensland this week. Yeah. Similar thing happened at Fire Island, but nobody reported it. See, it appears to have been detached from an animal with its fleshy insides seen at the top. As the fleshy insides seen at the top.
I wonder what it tastes like.
Chicken. Confused as to what the mysterious object may be, she decided to share a video of it on TikTok in the hopes someone could identify it. What the blank is that? It's massive, like the size of my leg, she said. Ew, disgusting. Well, now I know this whole thing is a lie. She said, ew, disgusting. It's like the size of my leg. Ew, disgusting. Is that what chicks really think about? Ew. I feel a lot better knowing that women are so disgusted by large penises. Fellow TikTokers speculated it was a whale's penis, noting humpback whales are currently breeding in the air. Humpback.
So they lose their penis after bathe? Like a bee stinging her?
It was Lorena Bobbitt whale.
Oh!
And John Bobbitt whale.
90s.
The video even caught the attention of wildlife researcher Dr. Vanessa Perrotta, who said scientists would be unable to confirm exactly what the object is without seeing it for themselves. and touching it, she also said.
Yep. While rubbing the bean.
It's hard to know exactly what this object is without seeing it in the flesh. As a scientist, we want to have as much information on the size and also how it looks from every single angle, so we just don't know at this. I feel like is she an OnlyFans doctor? Or is it, you like Dr. Ruth?
Well, there's a humpback whale that's like the whale version of Caitlyn Jenner out there that's pretty pissed right now.
Send me lots and lots of photos and videos. Describe in detail how it feels. What does it taste like? This is science, people. Where this unidentified object was found is currently where there are a lot of humpback whales.
They should have used whale instead of where. So funny.
However, Dr. Perota did shut down theories that the penis was possibly bitten off. If this is a male humpback whale penis, it is very unlikely it was bitten off by another humpback whale.
Because whales don't.
Well, nobody said that it was a humpback whale that bit it off. They're saying it was bitten off, probably by something that's known for biting.
Yeah. Plus, I don't know.
You got a shark hooker problem in Queensland? All those shark hookers.
Humpback whales are known not to bite. They know how to not use their teeth.
Look, it makes
during
sense.
The oral.
All right. If humans know that there's a bunch of humpback whales coming through the area, all the other animals around know, and the shark hookers know, and they're going to show up because they'll be like, yeah, they're expecting it. It's like the prostitutes that would follow the train as they were laying the tracks across the country, you know? They would just set up wherever they set up the next train town.
That reminds me of the movie Monster. Charlize Theron.
No. I was thinking Monster House.
Monster penis.
These whales don't have any teeth. I feel like...
Dang.
Is Dr. Perata just being purposely obtuse here, or what? Like, what is this? Because, like, who said it was a whale that bit it off? Come on, and that's like she's really going into detail on how it couldn't possibly have been a whale that bit off a whale penis. How did it come off, lady? I mean, just simply look at that. Does it look like it's teeth marks? Does it look like it was a clean cut with a steak knife? What?
Cthulhu.
Yeah, Cthulhu.
Be Cthulhu.
Could have just been yanked off with one of his face tentacles.
Yeah, dude. Like, hey, I'm gonna
like you get teenagers getting their braces stuck together when they're making out. You know, a penis and a Cthulhu face tentacle. Just. It's stuck. No, stop moving.
Or maybe Cthulhu is kind of like Dahmer, you know, like gay and he's misunderstood and then he gets angry.
Maybe this lady's covering up for a humpback whale serial killer. There's a serial killer in the whale world. The world of whales. Not the England one. All right. Anyhow.
Whales are known to be able to do premeditated murder. That's actually true.
Yeah.
Them and dolphins.
It was as if a light had gone out. After a 14-year break, thriller writer John Le Carre and his mistress reignited their breathless affair. Things were passionate as ever until she dared utter one remark that ended it all for good. I believe that remark was, "Old man balls are gross." Yep.
What else do we got?
All right. What should have been the real headline story of the day. Inside world's first breast milk institute in California, where scientists hope to harness its power as a therapeutic.
Baby-like colostrum.
Are there tours available?
Boobies.
Let's see. The world's first breast milk institute is open in California, where scientists will explore whether it can be used to treat a series of diseases. The Human Milk Institute in San Diego will trial breast milk as a therapeutic for chronic diseases, including heart disease, diabetes, and breast cancer. Decades of research has shown human milk strengthens babies' brains, immune systems, and bones, but the lab's work will also explore effect in adults. What's going to happen is, like, people are going to go there for their treatment, and then they're going to be like, you know what? I'm fine. I don't need this. When we suggested this to you guys, we didn't know you were going to put it in cups.
Yeah. I want mine straight from the tap. It's healthier that way.
Did you guys not get my designs about the bed to lay on with the boob hole that comes out over the face?
Yeah. I'm even more low maintenance than that, man. I'm lower maintenance. I'll just show me your boobs, do some sucking. Kind of reminds me a little bit Mad Max Fury Road. Yep. Isn't there like a bunch of like breast milk like things in that like cave?
Yeah, the milk maidens or whatever.
Yeah. Like, damn, that's what's happening.
Yeah, mother's milk, mommy. Yeah. The Human Milk Institute in San Diego will trial breast milk. Yeah. Physicians and scientists and elsewhere have been doing this work for a while, but largely isolated in their respective fields. With the novel Human Milk Institute, we have an opportunity to learn, coordinate, and interact in a single go-to place and be able to speak with one voice. Oh, not like a novel, like a book. Like the place is novel. Research can inform clinical care. Clinical care can inform research, and both can help educate. That sounds like a bunch of word salad, double speak. So I feel like in this photo here, they've just turned off all the monitors that have boobies on. They're just waiting for the cameraman to leave and let the party begin.
Remember me, myself, and Irene when she was breastfeeding the kid, and then also she looked back down like this, and she was like, I imagine I'd get some trouble in this area.
Donated breast milk.
Milky good. Actually, did you know, I know we Tommy Drip on Facebook. Segue to Facebook. I know Facebook Marketplace, there's people who sell their breast milk. Like an actual thing, because some moms can't produce it. So
yeah,
they want to make sure. So being on social media, man, and there's this giant.
I am not interested. I will not be ordering any of your Facebook breast milk.
Yeah. Think about like a draft beer. That's how I want.
I rarely drink milk as it is. Occasionally with like dessert or something like.
You know me, man. I hate milk. Milk's not my thing.
Milk in a bowl with a spoon.
Ugh.
That's your go-to.
Come on, man.
That is your favorite breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Yeah.
Doesn't need to be in.
Well.
What's this?
This is not.
Okay. Well, I think that's my cue for one last time to tell you guys, please, because you're looking at a couple guys that really appreciate it. Subscribe if you haven't. Come on, you know you love us. While loving us, like if you want, share if you want, hit that notification bell if you want, leave a comment if you want. It all helps the channel. Also, check us out for Comedy Drip on Facebook. That's where we put our stand-up events, post all that stuff, man. So if we're anywhere around where you guys are going to be, you can see us live. Also, if you like us, want to see us play video games, check us out on BleepTube. For anything horror, check me out on Jack Does Horror. Anything comedy, check me out on Jack Franklin Comedy, all on YouTube. Everything else is everything else, and all of it will be in the description below the video. With all that being said, he's Josh Daigle. I'm Jack Franklin. This has been Comedy Drip. Glad to be your news source, and all you people stay great. Live, laugh, love.